This is Darren Bent's Inside the Box.
Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
Yeah, this is Bentley's Thinking Inside the Box, where Premier League 100 club member and Burton Albion striker Darren Bent takes a deeper look at some of the strikers in the Premier League. I ad-libbed that bit. Let's start off by talking about this fella.
And joining is Vardy, and Vardy arrives and slips Leicester City on the counter-attack.
Yeah, Leicester City striker Jamie Vardy inspired a late comeback for the Foxes against Brighton on Sunday, both sides drawing 2-2. The 37-year-old has now scored, or did score, his 142nd Premier League goal. Wow! He's now 8 goals behind Michael Owen's 150. I mean, that's quite incredible. Owen did it in 326 appearances. Jamie Vardy's 5 behind, with, of course, 8 goals the difference. What have you made of Jamie Vardy's Premier League return? 6 goals, 3 assists, 14 games. Unbelievable.
Incredible. I mean, he's 37 years old as well, and he's just... I'm not saying he's getting better and better, but he just is their main man. Whenever they need a main source of goals or someone to step up, he's just that guy. He did it last season. He got off to a bit of a slow start last season, but when they really needed him, he stepped up, got the goals. We've seen what he's done for Leicester throughout. FA Cup runs, Premier League wins. I mean, he's won the lot. Football Writers Award, Golden Boots, played for his country, been to a major tournament. I mean, he is a Premier League legend now. Yeah. Obviously, it's a question as to where you put him.
Well, let me ask you, right? So he's 8 goals off Michael Owen's 150. When we talk about some of the great Premier League strikers, we mention players like Michael Owen, Henry, Aguero, Rooney, Drogba. Do you put him in that group?
Well, it's difficult because you should do that. This kind of question is always tough because when you're trying to pick a top 10 and you go on names, you go the likes of Henry, Kane, Rooney, Aguero, Andy Cole,
Shearer,
Suarez. It's hard, right? But you almost feel like he has to be in there. Longevity, he's 37, he's still going, looks after himself. But all I will say is, rather than trying to rank Jamie Vardy, and you talk about Premier League legends, he is a Premier League legend and he's a Leicester legend. Because when there was the time where he was one of the best strikers in the country, a lot of top clubs were looking at them. I think Arsenal looked at him and wanted to make it happen. And he went, nope, I want to stay at Leicester, that's my club. They've done a lot for me and I feel like this is the best place for him. We've seen Mahrez leave. We saw Kanté leave. We saw Danny Drinkwater leave. Do you know what I mean? All these good players, and he went, nope, I'm standing exactly where I'm at. And he's still there now, he's their captain, and he's a legend.
Is he slowing down? Will he be there for a lot longer, do you think?
No, I mean, Mother Nature catches up with all of us, right, at some point. And he hasn't got the... Like, unless he's found a way to cheat it, which no one can. Can he go to 40? There's no reason why not, but... he still raises sharp, and he'll still score goals as he's showing in the Premier League.
Does his role change at all as he gets older? Sometimes, if you're a midfielder, sometimes you might play just in front of the back four.
That's the thing, I think, for him, no. Because his biggest asset and his biggest weapon is his pace. But once that starts to go, he's never really been one that picks up the ball deep, sprays. He's not Harry Kane or Rooney, where they pick up the ball, they spray it. Really, like, he's an intelligent footballer, but he's not that. So once the pace goes and he's maybe the instinct starts to go a little bit, and he can't quite get into the positions he did, maybe that's the time to call it a day.
Okay. Right, let's move on and have a chat about this man.
Here is Saka, onto Havertz. Goalkeeper comes out. Havertz knocks it from the edge of the penalty area, and Arsenal take the lead.
Yeah, Arsenal forward Kai Havertz has just 1 goal in his last 7 Premier League games after failing to score in the Gunners' 1-1 draw with Fulham on Sunday. He's got 5 in the league, 9 in all comps. What are you making of Kai Havertz at the moment?
Yeah, playing really well. Still playing really well, getting his goals. Of course, we know he's not the most prolific centre-forward. He's not a prolific day since Leverkusen, but 14 goals for Arsenal last season in all comps. He's never going to be that guy that gets you 20, 25 goals. He's just not that. But he just does so many other things well, like the second balls, winning his headers, holding the ball up, nice little touches. At the minute, I would prefer, rather than Arsenal rush and go and sign a centre-forward that maybe, if you look at their numbers, you go, yeah, he's the guy. I'd rather Arsenal take their time, and if it's the right fit, and the right for the Arsenal system, then yeah, you go and get him. Like Isak would be perfect. But if you can't go and get an Isak, I'd rather them just keep it with Kai. He's fine. He's doing. Do
you think so?
Yeah.
5 league goals so far this season for a team that wants to win the Premier League. I mean, you could argue that you need a number 9 that's averaging pretty much, not a goal a game, but 20, 25. I've had this conversation with you before, right?
I get that, but Chelsea haven't got a guy that's got in 20, 25. I know Jackson gets his goals. And so Liverpool, they've got Salah, but they haven't got a centre-forward that's doing it. So... no, that's the only area people go, do you need another one? But no, I like Kai Havertz there. And unless you can get the right fit for that number 9 position, I'm more than happy with Kai Havertz.
Why do you think Arsenal are struggling to score goals from open play at the minute?
I don't think they are, but I think at the minute, like you go through phases, and Arsenal just found other ways to get goals. I mean, set plays are part of the game. They're a big part of the game when games are tight. So how many top games have been decided by a set play?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got no issue with Arsenal in open play at the minute, but it's at the minute that goals are going in from set plays, and I've got no issue with that.
Okay, finally, let's have a chat about this fella.
Swept first time out towards Nunez. He couldn't control it cleanly, but he's still got it. Running at it, left-hand side of the penalty area. Oh! It is a stunning goal!
Yeah, Liverpool forward Darwin Nunez has scored 2 goals in 11 Premier League games. Remember, of course, the Reds, they're currently in Champions League action against Girona. Over on talkSPORT 2 right now, the score is currently 0-0. It's a bit different with Liverpool because they have a player that is scoring pretty much every game, or it feels that way anyway. Mohamed Salah. Does not Darwin Nunez need to do more, do you think?
Yeah, certainly in front of goal. I just think he misses too many chances when he gets them. I've always said it, he's an instinctive finisher. And that's when he hasn't got to think about it and it comes to him, he takes a touch and he hits it, that's where he's at his best. But when you roll him in and he's got to obviously take a touch, take another touch, and then he's got a decision to make with the goalkeeper, do I go round him, do I just roll it past him? I think that's when he really struggles, because it gets all these kind of options in his head and he doesn't quite know which one is the right one. But we saw it before, when he touched it and bang, he's more than capable of scoring goals. But if you look at his numbers, yes, he should be doing more, scoring more, but he's all-round work ethic for the team, I think, which is why the manager's playing, because he gets after everyone, he works hard, he shuts people down, he's a real pest.
Yeah, we have seen him in spells where he looks good. How does Darwin Nunez improve his game then to become a top striker?
Well, I think he's just got to improve it in the fight. I think it's his decision-making. Do you know what I mean? Just his decision-making, when to run in behind, when not to do that, when to go early, when to give himself a couple of yards, because again, he's in that bracket where he's so fast and so powerful that he doesn't need to go early. He can give himself 2 yards, let the ball go in there first and then get after it, and he'll still get in there. Because he's so eager to get in there, he gets offside so much. But if he could kind of curb his decision-making, yeah, I think he'd be a top player.
We've mentioned Darwin Nunez, Jamie Vardy, and who's the other one we mentioned? Kai Havertz. List them in order, 3 to 1. Or 1 to 3, whoever. Who would you want up top for Arsenal?
Jamie Vardy, 1.
Right now?
Oh, right now?
Right now, yeah.
Kai Havertz.
You want Kai Havertz first?
Vardy and then
Nunez.
If you talk about in their prime.
No, I'm not.
Vardy.
Okay, I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, it's only because Vardy's 37, you've got to adapt the way that he plays.
You've got a game tomorrow.
Final? It's a difficult one. Do you know why? Because I've seen Kai Havertz step up in the biggest moments.
Okay.
Which is the Champions League final.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But I've seen Vardy when they need him.
Yeah. Who are you going for?
Give me Kai Havertz.
Yeah?
Yeah, Champions League final.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.